Cornered and poisoned by a treacherous faction, Princess Long Euro realizes her desperate situation as enemies close in around her in the pouring rain. Refusing to be taken alive and humiliated, she collapses onto the rocks, gathering her last ounce of strength to face the incoming assassins. The ruthless leader in red mocks the princess's famed beauty, cruelly threatening to hand her over to her men as the ultimate insult. Unwilling to endure such a degrading fate, the fierce princess outright rejects the threat and prepares to make the ultimate, explosive sacrifice. Unleashing a terrifying burst of energy, she chooses mutual destruction, throwing herself off the cliff to drag her pursuers down to hell with her. As she plummets into the dark abyss, the scene abruptly shifts to a young man named Chu Fan, who receives a strange system notification. Just as he reaches the peak of the martial emperor realm, his infuriating system forcibly seals all his cultivation powers for an entire year. While he bitterly complains about this unfair mechanic, the heavily injured princess suddenly crashes through his roof, completely interrupting his quiet evening. Having miraculously survived the massive fall, she quickly realizes that the potent aphrodisiac coursing through her veins can no longer be suppressed. Noticing the seemingly powerless man nearby, the desperate princess decides she has no other choice but to use him to cure her lethal poison. Resigning herself to the tragic fate of a fallen royal, she forces herself onto the bewildered Chu Fan, hoping this encounter will save her life. Exactly 1 year after that fateful, chaotic night, Chu Fan is left alone staring at newborn twins and a mysterious letter on his bed. The brief note reveals that the woman has departed to fulfill her grand destiny, sternly warning him never to seek her out for his own safety. Aided by her sudden, irresponsible disappearance after leaving him with 2 infants, the young father stubbornly vows to track her down no matter what. Realizing he has no immediate way to find her, he reluctantly accepts his current reality and focuses entirely on raising their children in secret. A few years later, Chu Fan confidently speaks to a holographic image of his runaway wife, boasting about the incredible progress of their kids. Utilizing his unique transmigrator knowledge, he has secretly forged the children into peerless prodigies while preparing to break through to the martial god realm. Meanwhile, far away in the grandiose Imperial Palace, the runaway princess has actually ascended to become the powerful reigning empress of the land. Deeply worried about her hidden family, she secretly tasks a trusted subordinate to discreetly travel north and check on the well-being of her children. She confides that her sudden departure was necessary to secure the throne, as bringing her vulnerable family into the dangerous court would have been suicidal. Surrounded by hidden enemies and constant threats, the burdened empress admits she must keep her motherhood an absolute secret to ensure their continued survival. She strictly orders her subordinate to merely observe them from afar, forbidding any interference that might disrupt their peaceful, ordinary lives in the village. Desperately clinging to the hope that her family is safe, the Empress decides to send a clone on the mission while her true body cultivates. Back in the tranquil countryside, Chu Fan gathers his beloved twins, gently informing them that he must briefly leave home to handle some important business. The perceptive little girl immediately assumes her father is going to the dangerous capital to rescue their mother, and enthusiastically begs to join the mission. When Chu Fan firmly denies their request, the little boy throws an adorable tantrum, forcing the exasperated father to promise them a mountain of toys. Despite the tempting bribes of food and games, the stubborn boy refuses to yield, until his slightly more mature sister plays along to calm the situation. She wisely pretends to understand his important mission, while Chu Fan delivers a final, strict warning for them to behave and stay inside the village. However, looking at his daughter's overly innocent expression, the seasoned father can easily sense that the mischievous girl is already plotting a grand rebellion. After sharing a touching, tearful farewell with his dramatic children, Chu Fan finally turns his back and sets off on his highly anticipated journey. The very second their father disappears from sight, the clever little girl drops her innocent act and reveals her daring plan to orchestrate a rescue. Drawing inspiration from heroic bedtime stories, she effortlessly convinces her slightly hesitant brother that they are destined to save their missing mother themselves. Although the boy logically worries about their lack of formal martial training, his sister quickly points out a glaring flaw in their father's constant warnings. She astutely deduces that their father has been lying to them, realizing their raw power already vastly exceeds the local village chief's wildest imagination. Fully embracing their hidden potential, the mischievous toddlers gleefully agree to abandon their safe home and embark on a wildly dangerous quest into the unknown. Instantly shedding their guise as ordinary village kids, the 2 tiny prodigies casually summon terrifying, high-tier magical weapons that radiate immense, blazing power. Leaping onto their glowing, levitating blades,